Hello, the game has started and it's my opponent to go first. I'll just say hello to him. Now, I have a pretty balanced rack here. Do I have a 7-letter word? Well, not that I can see immediately. I have the over prefix, so I have overhand. Do I have anything from the A? Not that I can see. So I'll go ahead and play overhand for 69. And I draw a pretty balanced rack. F and K don't go fantastically together, but they are both scoring tiles. So I should be able to score on this next turn. Don't see any great plays. Actually, Feck looks fine here for 38, and Feck still remains available. Skeef is good as well for 51. That looks pretty good too. Now let's just have a quick look at bingo options. I don't think there's a play through the T. Looking at IEST words. No, not seeing it. Skeef for 51. Okay, that's not a bad rack, that one. I have an E to play onto. Tarty, good score for opponent. What do I have here? Granitas through an N, that's been blocked. Okay, the E, just not seeing a bingo, but there's got to be one here surely. What about the O? No, it's more likely to be the E. Gastria. That's Gastria EA. Agorist. Wow, just can't see the bingo here. I have the air component of a word. Air gates, no. Stairage, no. Okay, I think I have to give up on the bingo momentarily here. So I want to get rid of GA. What about VAG? Creates another bingo lane. VAG takes an I. I've got an I. Yep, I'm going to go with this. W's not really what I wanted to see, but perhaps there will be a bingo here. Opponent blocks this E, but still got the E's down here. I'm not seeing a play here through the E. So what do? Do I try again? AW 23, maybe Tor 27. Okay, I've gone backwards now. I thought this might happen, but yeah, the W, I couldn't see anything. Okay, opponents played Bun. Now I've got Shiv. I've got Viral, I guess. That sorts the rack out a little bit. Yeah, I'm going with this. Right, that's much better. Freshened. No, that's a 9. Red line's okay. Opponent bingos before me and takes the lead. That's a bit annoying because I don't think, unless I missed a bingo earlier, and now when I finally do have a rack to bingo with, the spot is taken. The best floaters on the board, these two E's. Hardens is it's not going to work. So what about EDH 19? No, it's weak. What about a bingo ending in A? No, not seeing anything. Well, there we go. I'm going to just play my H here. There we go. Pandas onto the H. And spender, cover hand, no. So bingo's ending in EST. Don't see any. Ponders as well. Spender. Opponent has a bingo lead. And I'm not seeing a bingo apart from, yeah, opponent bingo's there, so he's got a good lead now. Padrones. Ponders I'll do. I've got Woo here, I've got Woo here. Opponent gets the X down. Crown. Zooey. I've got Zoo there. Opponent likely to take that spot. Zoea there for, but it'll give back a Z play. Exchange, okay. 55. Oh, look at this rack. Anyway, I'll have to exchange, I think, unless there's an EYE play somewhere or an AYU. Not a great rack. Gnome, EYE, Gnome. Olea. 16, better than changing. Poor rack leave though. What about Uve? 22, better than changing. Opponent has plenty of time. I'd like to get a good Y play here, something like Yow, Y-E-O-W, but no W's to come. Yeah, I can't see what would work here, something like Yet, Y-E-T-T. Okay, opponent close to bingoing. I'm going with Uve. Okay, now Yeti would score quite nicely. 46 is a, oh, these tiles are super bingo-y. Opponent might be about to bingo, but if he doesn't, I'm going with Yeti for 46. Scores are pretty close now, but these are super bingo-y. Apart from the two U's and the B, the rest of them look really flexible. And, okay, opponent plays Pyso, doesn't help me at all. Yeti comes down. Now I've got a slight lead, but opponent will orchestrate an out in 2, which means he's likely to win, unless I can score really well on my next turn, which I don't think I'll be able to do. So, where does my F play to good effect? That's 22, not enough. Fro, afro, offro, fro. 24, but not enough. I need in the late 20s at least. Opponent scores well, and now he'll go out with good. So, where will he play good? I think he's found a play. Is there a 5-letter play with the O or the P? Phobia. No, can't spell it like that. I need to play beef somewhere. Beef or Phoebe, but they don't play anywhere. Be fake. How good would that be? No, that's not a word. Scores a dead level. If I don't score really well on this next turn, opponent, I think, will win. So I'm looking at Fob. That's a 26-point play. Fob, does he ever play from the P? And if so, wow, I just can't see opponent's outplay here. I'm going with Fob. I think it's the best I've got. What does opponent have with good? Oh, he plays Gid. Interesting. Now if I play... Oh, he's still 10 behind. So if I play O, E here, 20, that should be enough to secure the win. And then opponent's got just a U to go out. AUE. That's an option. Yeah. Opponent goes out. Final score 474 to me, 451 to opponent. So thank you to opponent. Now let's see what we missed. Back to the beginning of the game. Now change was the top play here for opponent. 32, he went with Gatch. Then I've got overhand or hand over. Overhand safer. And then Eamton's Miss Event, Semitone, Sediment, Tidesman. Quite a few different bingos. Sediment comes down. Skeef for 51 was best from this rack. And then opponent's got Tati for 36, but Sty for 44. Where was that? 12J. Overhands and Sty and My. That's a massive play, plus the QAT for the next turn. Okay. Gravitas, that was it, and Stravage. Stravage, a bit trickier to spot, but gravitas, a word I do know and have played. So that's a shame to have missed out on a 74-point bingo play. I went with Vag, Strong Rackleave, Star 12J. Again, pluralizing overhand, or putting an S on the end of it. Star. Yeah, I think Vag also looks fine. That Rackleave combines so well with the E, unless you pick up a W and an L. Now, opponent had Talak for 14, Cats for 34. Where was Cats? M2. Cats, Vags, but then the Q, pretty volatile, leaving it next to the double word square. Opponent went with Talak. And then, no bingo here. The W and the L just didn't work for me. And Store, again, a strong play underneath Sediment. I would have gone for that, but didn't spot it. Tor was the next best for 27. And then Bun comes down for 27. Tawny. Shrivel for 36 through the E of Skeef, getting the word doubled. And Shriver as well in the same spot. Then Flinders for 92, opponent had. Red Lines for 72. He went with Red Lines. And look at that, Red Shank, another red word. On to the K. Red Shank. I wonder what that is. This almost sounds like a cut of meat or something, a shank bone. Anyway, Red Shank for 82 was the only playable bingo. I did look at EDHS. Why didn't I think of that? Because initially I did think of EDH, but I didn't think to put the S at the end. So that was a bad miss. That's what I would have gone with, and almost did. So I just went with the H, because the chances of bingoing ending in S are huge after that Rackleave of DENRS blank. It's almost any tile you pick up, you're going to bingo with, apart from maybe an X or a Z. So Lipemia for 80, Ramili for 76, and Symelia. Lipemia 5 vowel 8 on to the A. Yeah. Ramili comes down, takes my bingo spot, but that's fine because there's a countless bingos here, and I went with Ponders to maximize the score. But what were the highest scoring ones? Oh, Spender, of course, playing SP. But then SI takes a P in front, doesn't it? So that would have been pretty volatile because there was still a P to come. So I don't know if Spender was actually best. Anyway, I went with Ponders, and Ox for 54 comes down. That's a shocker of a rack, but still a massive score. Crown for 47, which takes the sting out of opponent's 54-point play and sorted most of my rack out. Opponent swamped in vowels. on account of his ox play. He was never going to have a great rack after that play there. And he goes with an exchange, which gave me a little bit of a catch-up opportunity because I'm a bingo behind here. So zoo for 55, but look at that. Zooiae. That was a miss, and that's a word I'm very familiar with, so that was a real miss. And that would have 5 tiles. There would have been 10 in the bag. Interesting. Zooiae. I rushed my zoo play a bit there, and that was a mistake. But 55 was okay, and I also took out the hotspot. Zoe, that's that one there with gnome. 4A, but too volatile. And then opponent has Agi from the A. And now I've got Uve, which sorted the rack out, scored well, and yeah, it was the top play from that position. Opponent, pretty ropey rack, but he does have a 28-point play. Go picks at 12D. Go picks. Okay. So that would have given him 419, which is a 37-point lead. That might have made it quite interesting there. He went with Piso. And then I've got Yeti here. So I wonder, Go Picks might have been an interesting... Go Picks and Go Packs are both good, I believe. GOPIK, GOPAK. But, yeah, so Yeti comes down. That was best. Now, Toluid for 22. This was the 2 play out that opponent needed. G1, Toluid. That wins the game, I think, because that's 22 points. That puts opponent on 436. That's an 8-point lead, and then he can definitely go out with GU, Pug, Rug, and so Toluid was 22, but Tolu was 14. So 8-point difference now. I wonder if he plays Toluid, I play Fob. For 26. I just want to go back a step. So Toluid 22, opponent's on 436. He's got an 8-point lead. I get 26, and I've got a 18-point lead. So if I've got an 18-point lead, there's 4 points left on the rack, which is 8. Opponent needs 10 to draw, 11 to win. I don't think he's got it with GU. Guit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it's a draw. I think Guit is good. Or Guit is good, but I don't know if just Guit on its own is good. Guit as a 8. That's interesting. He could have drawed if Guit is good. I need to check that. Anyway, that was an exciting end game. And was Gid best there? Yes, Gid for 16 was best, but it also gave me OE, and the game was won at the stage anyway. And that was the end of the game. Pretty close. Exciting end to the game. Hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.